Channel 12.
This is how it started.
This is Eyewitness 12 at 7.
And this is how it ends. Tonight, the final edition of Live at 7.
Okay, this is it. Ready to roll the open for the last time on V11 in 3, 2, 1. Take it, sound.
This is Live at 7 with anchor Rob Braun. Weather with Misty Oxford. And features editor George Chickarone.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the very last edition of Live at 7. For the past 5 months, we've been attempting to bring you something totally different every night at 7 o'clock. And in a moment, we'll take a look back at the past 18 months and what it has meant to the 7 o'clock time slot. But as we've done every night, first, we want to update you on the news making headlines this evening. After months of bad news, things could be looking up for the city of Norwood tonight. A deal could be in the works for the old GM facility. We'll take a look at some of the problems that have plagued the redevelopment of Fountain Square West. And we'll also take a look at the sign of the holidays that is creating quite a controversy in our community. Your chance to sound off on the menorah debate in Viewpoint coming up a little bit later in this broadcast. Now, though, George joins me, obviously. We're going to take a quick look at the past 18 months. Kind of a fun time.
It has been fun. It's been a lot of fun. You know, as Walter Gavchak once said, greatest pleasure in life is doing what people say you cannot do. And it is a pleasure many of us here know.
Good evening, everyone. It's 7 o'clock in Cincinnati.
It all began Monday, June 9th, 1986. Then WKRC-TV launched what it hoped to be an alternative, a slick, condensed news show tailored to the latecomer, that is, those who arrive home after 6:30.
To those involved, the $61 million...
For the most part, people liked what they saw, that is, those who saw it. But like any new show, executives thought it would take time to catch on, only it didn't rise to their expectations.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first edition of Eyewitness.
Monday, June 29th, 1987, a new 7 o'clock show was born. Live at 7 was designed to give news coverage a new dimension, a dimension never before seen in Cincinnati.
We changed the format of the show. We changed the location of the show. We pretty much changed the whole style of the show. And for whatever reasons, it just didn't seem to work. Maybe it's the Wheel of Fortune. I guess that's killed a lot of shows.
Look at this studio filled with... It has been called the News Killer and is the most successful syndicated show in the history of television, attracting 3 to every 1 household watching our show.
When you go out in the community and so many people didn't even know it existed, you'd say, hey, we're doing this show, and it's a good show, people like it. And then once they would watch, you'd get the response, yeah, it is a good show. I really like it. The people who watched were loyal, but apparently the word did not get spread.
That new dimension in news coverage perhaps was best seen when we took our cameras into a local nudist camp and let you, the viewers, speak openly, as it were, with nudists.
The idea of putting 2 people completely nude live on the air to field questions, when it was presented to me by people whom I will not name, I said it can't be done. But I was very surprised to see that we did, and that's probably still our most talked about show.
A lot of people who feel that the homeless on the streets...
But one of our proudest moments was the night we took our cameras to the places most of us only read about, as we explored just what it's like to be homeless. A show which included a sobering look at a man of the streets who once taught music and still finds refuge in it.
Word of expression, way to get some anxiety out of my system, and sometimes more creative thoughts in, too, as far as it is concerned.
We went into where the homeless people, where they lived under the tracks and, behind the warehouses. And I think that was the one show of all the ones we've done that really made a social impact. And that's probably my favorite show in the last year and a half.
And then there were those moments, too. Light touches that are a part of the territory known as live television. Just ask Rob about election night.
Tonight, Jared. Hello, Jared. Jared, I can barely hear you. How did you vote today? Did you vote across the party lines or not?
I didn't vote.
You didn't vote. Why not?
Because I'm a kid.
But all in all, it was a learning, living, growing experience. And for the many people who worked on the show, a loving one.
I'm sad. I cried after I was told about it. I didn't get any sleep at all last night. I'm a very emotional person, so I guess it's not unusual that I would react that way to it. But I'm going to miss it terribly because I enjoy being on the show with you and Rob a lot and working with Steve and Tommy on it. And I'm going to miss doing that.
Live at 7 was a part of our lives, but unfortunately, not enough a part of yours. So now we go the way of many shows that dare to be different. Some people said we were the best-kept secret in Cincinnati, but now the secret's out.
That was kind of fun to watch those old times, like home movies. Boy, I remember sweating when the kid told me he was 12 years old and he couldn't vote and he didn't vote.
Please, it's like watching a sad movie. Give me a handkerchief.
You were about to lose it in there, too. How about right now? You all right?
Yeah,
Good.
you know me. I'm just that kind of person.
You think maybe you can
terrific.
tell us how terrific the weather is?
Let's fling it out and get this out. We have too much fun here. That's been our problem all along. We're just having too much fun. We're going to get it under control and tell you what the weekend's going to be like, whether you want to hear it.
Sure, it'll be miserable.
As a matter of fact, it is. Isn't that apropos? After a high today of 37, a low of 21, it's cloudy now, 34 degrees. Humidity at 55%, winds out of the south at 7 miles an hour, barometer reads 30.20 and rising. On the Ohio Valley map, a little sunshine and a few clouds made up Friday weather for the tri-states. Some snow continues to fall from Iowa through western New York, but for us, precipitation will be in the form of rain. On the map tomorrow, which the rain will be arriving then, the good news is that temperatures will be a little bit warmer. The bad news is the rain will stick around for a while. Our AccuWeather forecast tonight, becoming cloudy, could sprinkle later on, low of 32. Tomorrow, cloudy with showers, high of 45. And then tomorrow night, cloudy with showers and a low of 45. I know that's the high, but the thing is, with all those clouds and a little warm, moist air, it's really not going to rise or fall very much, so it'll remain pretty much steady, spit it out.
That's good, that's good. Before we paint just a horrible picture, we want to tell you that we're all going to stay here at Eyewitness 12 News. They've been kind enough to provide us positions, and the pieces that you liked here at Live at 7 will be integrated into other news programs, and we hope you'll tune in and enjoy as well. And as my producer just told me, if we don't go to break, we won't be back at all, so we'll be back right after this.
The holidays, a time for peace on earth and goodwill toward men. So how can a sign of the season create such a stir? Viewpoint looks at the lighting of the menorah on public property. Dial 749-2333 to talk about this burning controversy when Live at 7 returns.
It was the first day of the Getting Jenny Fur Caravan when she walked into my office.
I bought something, Sam.
Wow. I was going to tell her about the 3-day fur caravan at Getting Jenny, but the purple box told me she had already been there. And she had already saved thousands of dollars on high-fashion fur. You look good, kid. I told her. I knew she had saved at Getting Jenny Fur Caravan. I should know it's my job. I'm a fashion investigator.
Finding the toy you want on sale when you want it is a real game of hit or miss, and miss, and miss. But at Children's Palace, every toy is priced as low as possible every day. You'll discover our low price on Air Raiders, Hawkwind, and Twin Lightning from Hasbro, just $6.99 each every day. With one pilot, one soldier, and air-powered missiles, fighting for air is a blast. So forget the toy sale game. Discover how much less toys can cost at Children's Palace.
Sometimes you feel a little Mexican. And when you feel a little Mexican, come to Chi-Chi's and create your own Mexican dinner. Choose a taco, a taquito, cheese enchilada, a burro or chimichanga. An entire feast of any two plus appetizer and dessert, just $6.95. Chi-Chi's, when you feel a little Mexican.